different from the others. I'm running away now. Fears are fading, wounds are bleeding. 'Cause I'm sick of standing up instead of going down. I'm sick of never being able to cross the line. I'm sick of pretending everything is fine. You got it, you're just a fucking freak like me. Burning inside, but I am alive. I'm not the one that you used to know. I've always hated to act like the others. I found my way to.
Unbelievably, it appears as though we have started Monday Night Raw with a match and women. What is going on here, guys?
A brawl and a half is what we're seeing right now, guys.
This is insane.
Yes.
I
Started
like
off
it.
with Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler coming down the aisle fighting to get interrupted by Raquel and now Rhea Ripley.
So originally we were supposed to get Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler taking on one another, but
Yes.
I'm now wondering.
Crazy.
And this is probably due to our NXT Women's title match being pulled from tonight.
No, that's still on.
No, it's not. Becky is
WWE
not
announced it
medically
this
cleared.
afternoon.
I read this afternoon they pulled it from tonight, that Becky is not medically cleared.
It was announced on their website this afternoon. So
They're just continuously, they're still going and going and going and going.
and can I say I'm sold on what we're getting right now?
Right?
I never thought I would say that about a Nia Jax segment, but I'm sold.
Right?
And the crowd is just hot for this.
Right? You hear that crowd? Holy shit, man.
Right?
Ooh. What? What the hell, guys?
I mean, I heard some rumblings about Judgment Day tonight, but I don't want to spoil anything. If you guys hadn't heard anything,
I haven't heard anything.
I have not heard anything either.
Other than the only thing I had heard was Damian Priest was supposed to be on Miz TV.
well, we're getting Drew on Miz TV tonight.
Oh, interesting.
To try and answer why he's been doing what he's been doing, because we didn't get an answer from him last week.
No, we did not.
The former North American champion making his way to the ring.
Yes, and that was a hell of a show on Saturday night.
It really was. He's wearing mommy's title, though.
Yes, he is. But conspicuous by his absence is Finn Balor.
Michael Cole just said that Finn's not in the building tonight.
Oh,
Yep.
And we go to commercial.
Of course. Why wouldn't we?
Yeah.
right?
But again, this is not too bad. This is leaving speculation for what Rhea has to say about of what's going on here.
This is great. We know that there has been dissension going on between the members of the Judgment Day, and it appears as though the leader, we can clearly say the leader of the Judgment Day is going to be having a team
She-
meeting, a staff meeting, let's say.
Yes.
So Fastlane is shaping up to be a real decent show. I'm looking forward to LA Knight and John Cena being a tag team against Solo and Jimmy.
And Jimmy, yeah,
Yep.
me too.
I thought it was going to be
me
AJ.
too.
I didn't even think about LA Knight being in the match.
Yep. And then I believe it's on Friday the 13th, Roman Reigns is slated to return to SmackDown,
Yes.
which my guess is going to set up November 4th in Saudi Arabia, Roman versus LA Knight for the title.
I'm
I
down
could get
for it.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
down for
unfortunately going to be watching that show on delay that night.
Right?
that. I just can't believe how we started off Monday Night Raw. That is legitimately insane.
Yes.
I was getting ready to settle down and get started off with a promo of some kind.
I
You know?
figured Cody, as usual.
Right?
We love that start.
Right, Jason? Right, Jason? We didn't start with a promo. Like, what the hell, man? I love it. I am so happy that we didn't. That just really, hopefully, has set the tone for the rest of this stacked show. This show itself tonight, with what we know is going to be on the card, could be a PLE all on its own, man.
And for those of you that don't know, just take a look in your description box on YouTube. I made sure to add it there when I made the room today. So,
All right.
You looked back at some of the old previous ones and saw what I was doing, did you?
I did actually.
Beautiful. That's how
And
I
then I'm
love
like-
doing them.
And then I'm like, well, maybe if I had what we're going to see on Raw tonight, that'll get us some views. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's exactly what I used to do. I would simply go to WWE.com and take a little bit from each piece.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the very end, just have, what's going to happen on Monday Night Raw. Tune in tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central on our local establishment and Turnbuckle Studios.
The only
What
thing
a
I want to work
time.
on doing
What
is
a
getting the
time.
hashtags in there. So,
I'll message you. I'm pretty sure I got a good, quick, easy way to do that works effectively.
yeah.
Or has been at least a little bit for me.
This is actually a quick commercial break.
It is. I want to give a shout out to Papa Bear. Papa Bear just posted on Facebook. He says they can call Rhea whatever they want, but she isn't no heel. The people love her. I agree. The people are loving her.
Oh, yeah. Dom is looking like a scolded child.
Yep.
I can hear somebody's TV.
Because mommy is the one that makes me fun and play. At the end of the day, me being out, I left that responsibility to someone and they disappointed me. I left that responsibility to you, Chris. I go. And you can't handle the job.
Damien's not cleared.
Because you're not medically completed.
Really? Wow.
And what else happens, Chris? What else happens? Dom!
Wow, that crowd popped.
To treat Williams
Yeah, every time she points to Dom, they just vociferously boo him out of the building.
as you were there to help him, like I told you to. And now we have a Cody and Jay situation. They don't fear us, Priest. You know why? Because there's tension here. Because we're not a threat to them. You know what they're gonna try and do? They're gonna try and take your tag team championships away from you.
OMD, you may have to take one of your earphones off and turn your volume down because we're going to get flagged.
Yeah, we can hear it loud and clear, man.
I have turned the volume down.
It seems like it turned up, though.
And one of my earphones is off.
Oh. Yeah, you're about 8 to 10 seconds behind. After this promo, we'll get to that, Justin. Hold on.
Yeah, because I got some words to say about that.
Oh, 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 oh. Oh, the look of death right there. Jeez.
And again, Dom looking like he's a scolded child. You know what I mean?
Here, if they can have purple lights, I'll have purple lights too. Ooh. Oh, holy shit.
Okay.
Wow. Laying the law down. Wow. Right, Jason?
Yeah. Now we've got Jay making his way to the ring here.
And Justin, unfortunately, history always repeats itself. And yeah, it does kind of seem and feel that way. Feels that way right now. But I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I think that AEW needs to have those star names to
And
help them. I mean,
AEW
they're only really going into their 5th year next year.
Yeah. And contrary to what WCW was doing, AEW is actually building their own stars at the same time.
True.
Yes.
True. Julia Hart. Chris Statlander. Need I say more?
Yep.
Right. In what was
MJF.
and I'm going to say it, what was probably the match of the night last night, Julia Hart and Chris Statlander.
Oh, it was gorgeous. I haven't seen the whole show.
Oh,
what was that, Chris?
Nothing.
Oh,
you just said you hadn't seen the show, so I'm not going to spoil it because I just accidentally spoiled it.
No, I haven't seen the whole show.
It was a good match, though.
Yeah, that I did see that match.
Okay, so you know that Julia did lose then.
Yes.
Okay.
JJ. What's up, brother? How you doing?
JJ?
how we doing, JJ?
Hey. Interesting. Jason, yeah, we just went over that and talked about that just very, very briefly there.
Yeah.
What is Dom doing? Kid's got a death wish.
Right.
Okay, WWE, you don't need to mute his mic. The crowd is loud enough as it is.
Right.
I heard him.
I heard him too, but it was still like you can tell it was muted.
Are we going to have this match now?
I got to assume so. That Shiner is starting to clear up on Dom.
Yeah.
He got that from Dragon Lee last week.
Okay, I was wondering where it came from on Saturday because I missed that part of the match.
Well, he showed up on Tuesday sporting that Shiner, and it was dark as hell then.
Oh. So what type of okay.
Cody coming out in his gear, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not quite there yet.
Well, maybe that's a matchup we're gonna get is gonna be ooh. Wow.
I mean, I'm looking forward to the match, but I kind of wished it was Sammy and KO getting their rematch. I'm fine with it still, but
Yeah.
Jason, I didn't either. You know what? I thought just tonight we were probably going to get Cody and Jay taking on JD McDouchebag and Dom is what I had thought we were going to get.
We could still see that.
really hammering home this Jade Cargill signing now.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Good for her.
Yep. Oh, and here we go, getting the Alpha Academy.
Taking on Imperium tonight.
Yep. I'm down for this as well. Again, PLE stature right there.
Right?
Wow. So far, so freaking good.
Right? 25 minutes in and an epic start.
And it doesn't even feel like we're 25 minutes into the show.
Right?
No, I didn't even realize that we're 25 minutes in already. Wow.
So Jason Barnett's coming in here. Burnett is coming in and saying that the USA Network is currently hyping up Brian Pillman Jr. on NXT.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes, they cut the second promo video, which was almost the same as the first, which had Bengals practice, WCW Saturday night. This one had a bunch of stuff from Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. And then in the background, it shows just a t-shirt with a Bengal tiger on it. No face.
Okay.
But you could see a little bit of hair at the shoulders.
Interesting. Okay. Hey, and I'm thankful to all of our American viewers who are watching along with us and letting us know. We don't always have the USA feed available and going for us. So for you guys to give us that information is fantastic. I love it. Jeff, great start to this show so far. Sup to you, my brother. Thank you so much. It says you can do a lot with this. Maybe KO interfere, turn on Cody Rhodes. There's a lot that you can do. Jeff, you were right. There is so much that can be done with that, with this entire situation. And I'm looking forward to seeing what it is. Best in OMD, if you're cool with it, Carl can share your info with me. And I would like to invite you both to be part of a project that he's working on if you guys are interested.
Absolutely.
I'm always down.
100%.
I mean, that phone call you had to make to me, Carl, you didn't even have to make that phone call last week. You know what I mean? You already knew the answer. So.
Yes.
I did, but I needed to make sure that I did it officially.
Yeah.
So an update from 4 hours ago. Initially, the card for tonight was set to feature NXT Women's Champion Becky Lynch taking on Tegan Nox, Priest facing Uso, Ivar squaring off against Xavier, and a Miz TV segment featuring Damian Priest. During last Saturday night's NXT No Mercy, Becky Lynch emerged victorious, but sustained a cut on her arm requiring 11 stitches, and Lynch will not be competing in tonight's episode of Raw.
Yeah, but she's not expected to miss any significant time.
So, no. She's probably still there. She's just not competing tonight.
So what
they can
what I
move
think
it
they could do, I think they could do a promo tonight,
could.
you know, to promote Tegan and
Promo.
Becky fighting.
Move it to Saturday. Move it to Fastlane.
Oh, that's right. Fastlane's this Saturday.
Yes.
Yeah. JJ, look at that little group. I added them in. That makes it real easy.
That was the ding you heard from my computer. I got to close out Facebook because I forgot I still had that up. I was sending all my stuff, all this. I was sending the show through all my socials before we got on. So
Yeah. Fantastic. Thank you, JJ.
yep. Oh, I look forward to it, dude. But right now, we're gonna watch a fantastic fantastic tag team wrestling match right now. So I'm actually glad that Chad Gable isn't technically done with Imperium. So I still see Gable and Gunther for the Intercontinental title again somewhere down the road.
Yes. 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 Thankfully.
Absolutely.
That is if Ciampa doesn't take it at the PLE this weekend.
No,
True.
I don't believe Ciampa will. I believe Gunther is holding it until at least January, say Rumble time.
I still have Gunther as my number one pick to win the Rumble this year. So, and I think I came up with who I'm going to go for my women's Rumble win this year too.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Liv Morgan.
Really? That is an interesting choice. I like it.
It is, but if you look at like how she's been performing in the Rumble in the last couple of years, I mean,
Oh, absolutely.
I am happy with anything Liv Morgan.
and just everything she does and how the crowd is just severely behind her, it'd be smart to pull the trigger on and give her a win with the Rumble, you know?
Yeah, 100% it would be.
Absolutely. I'm actually going to go with a different pick and maybe a bit of a surprise entry for the Women's Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to go with Tiffany Stratton.
I could see that too.
You think we could get some Royal Tiffy going on?
I do.
Interesting.
I do. And again, I'm going to go with a bit of an off-the-board pick for the Men's Rumble. As much as I would love to see Gunther win it, and I can absolutely see it, I'm thinking you might going to see some get some Lashley action winning the Rumble.
That's an interesting suggestion.
And I'm thinking it's because maybe that's how you're going to get the Hurt Profits Up.
Okay.
I like how you said that. That's interesting, Carl, because it reminded me of the 2012 Royal Rumble when everybody picked Chris Jericho and I picked Sheamus, and Sheamus won. Because everyone was like, no, Sheamus isn't going to win. Chris Jericho is going to win. Because Chris Jericho was just returning again at the time.
Right.
I'm like, no, just look at the way that we're booking Sheamus at that time. He's going to win.
Yeah. No, I'm
but
thinking,
not a name that everybody expected back then.
right.
Yeah.
Just as, yeah, this isn't a name that I would have expected, but okay.
If I'm going to go make a bold prediction for the comedy spot for the Women's Rumble, and Maxine's going to get that spot.
Okay.
And like she's going to come in, pop the crowd, get them laughing a little bit, and then maybe throw out one or two people before she gets dumped out, you know?
I was going to say, as long as she's able to throw out at least one or two people.
Yeah.
I don't want it to end up being like a Bushwhacker Luke type of situation.
Or
Right.
Santino.
Or Santino. Yeah.
Or Warlord. There's a name I never thought I'd mention on this show.
This is a name that we mention often on the show. It's Ed Fries.
How's it going,
Says,
my brother?
Hey, boys. Good to see you, my brother. Thank you so much for popping in. I appreciate you.
How we doing,
Okay,
Ed?
so now that we've got Ed here, you guys need to tell Ed that we live in a border city. It doesn't take us long to get to Indianapolis.
Right?
It's true. It doesn't.
And Carl and I have been through Michigan and into Ohio enough that Indiana's just a hop, skip, and a jump away.
Love you, Ed.
I have not been to that state yet.
I have
That one
not
I have
either.
not. Illinois, I have. Duluth or Minnesota, I have. Michigan, Florida. And I've made little stopovers, you know, in airports, but
Yeah, that doesn't essentially count as being in those states, but it sort of does.
yeah.
Right.
These commercials are actually really quick tonight. I'm kind of liking that.
I wouldn't even count an overnight visit to one of those, to a city in one of those in one of those states that as having stayed.
Right. Sometimes just an overnight, I wouldn't consider it either, right? But I mean, every time that I've been there, it's been like a weekend at least that I've been.
Yeah, but if you do like an overnight and maybe explore the city a little bit, that sort of does count, you know?
Yeah, it depends on how early your flight arrives and how much time you have.
Yeah.
Like if you're arriving at 6 p.m., you got to check into your hotel and be back at the airport at 6 a.m. No, it doesn't count.
Missouri. I've been to Missouri too. I've been in St. Louis.
Yes, you have.
Speaking of Minnesota, I really hope my Jays beat Minnesota in the wild card. Just saying. We can thank Tampa beating OMD's Houston Astros for that.
Tampa didn't beat us.
I thought it was I thought I read Tampa beat you guys.
No. We played Arizona to close out the season and swept them.
Oh.
Ooh.
Well, at least we're not getting you guys because I know that the Astros probably would have stomped us.
Well, Houston had a tough year, and we had to sweep Arizona, and Seattle took 3 of 4 from Texas to give us the West.
Oh, so you guys are in the playoffs. I got to really read this playoff bracket again. But this is a fantastic match we got going on. They are stiffing the hell out of one another. Yes. Big rest in peace to Tim Wakefield.
Yes.
one of the greatest pitchers of all time, actually helped the Boston Red Sox break their the curse of the Bambino.
Yep.
Has this entire matchup been Gable, or have we seen Otis at all?
I think we've
Otis
seen
hasn't-
Otis for a spot.
Yeah, he hasn't been
But I
officially tagged in.
I don't think we've seen Vinci tagged in either.
Oh yeah,
This has been all
we have.
Kaiser and Gable.
For the most part, he was in there. He did a really good spinning clothesline onto Gable, and then Kaiser kind of tagged himself in.
And now Kaiser realizes he's got himself backed in a corner
Oh,
because Vinci is nowhere to be found right now.
that was a beautiful, beautiful clothesline.
Wow.
What up, Parrish?
How's it going, Mr. Parrish?
Parrish, how are we doing, brother?
Holy, just about went right over top of Otis.
Whoa. I just saw that, Carl. I'm about 2 seconds behind you.
Oh, what's going to happen here? Ooh. Wow.
I half expected Alpha Academy to take that one.
Right?
I kind of
Yeah, no,
expected that there was gonna
definitely.
be, I thought there was going to be like some kind of a screw up, which would have led to more dissension between Imperium.
Yep. Oh,
Right.
Ed with the Mr. Tiffany Stratton getting a spotlight. Yep.
Got a guy behind Michael Cole who looks like a spitting image of Just Incredible.
Maybe it is.
Yeah. Could be PJ.
Right, Jason? I mean, we kind of maybe a little expected, but maybe with some different shenanigans maybe going on, a little bit more dissension to have happened. But we didn't get that.
Aldo
Hashtag
Montoya.
Aldo Montoya.
Yeah.
I got to see him wrestle as Aldo Montoya once. So
Yep. You and me both.
yep. If I'm not mistaken, he fought Waylon Mercy, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, though.
I can't remember.
Oh, no, Waylon took on Fatu that night because that ended in a double countout. I remember that. I remember the brawl to the back because I was right beside the brawl to the back.
Nice.
Holy crap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
did you get to see this match, Carl?
No.
It was great.
Yeah. All around, No Mercy was incredible.
That prettiest moonsault to the outside, yes, the miss, but the roll through, get right back up. was like
that blows my mind because how did she
gorgeous.
not sprain her ankles landing that?
I have no idea, but freaking gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oh,
And if Tiffany is doing this in her litmus test for the main roster, there is why I see her winning the Rumble.
ooh,
Oh,
well,
okay, OMD, you said it. She's going to be at NXT tomorrow night.
oh, I love Adam. Adam Pearce is fantastic.
He's really starting to grow on me. He still has that Jack Tunney type GM role, and I
Right.
like it. Only shows up when matches need to be made.
That thing. Okay, when's the t-shirt coming out? When are we going to get our Adam Pearce t-shirt that says it's official?
He's really trying to get that over because he says it on Twitter all the time.
Yep. It'll happen. It'll happen at some point.
Yeah. And I got to be honest, I mean, yeah, like I could not say a bad word about No Mercy on Saturday. Every match was fantastic.
Yeah, even the Braun and Baron Corbin match, which wasn't a match I really cared to watch, but I was enjoyed by it. I enjoyed it.
You know what really weirded me out about that match? Baron Corbin as the face.
Yeah, the crowd was really behind him on that show.
Interesting.
Yes.
And it worked though.
It did. And a new look, new intro, which had him coming out with a mask and on a bike, and they got behind it.
Yeah, he was doing a tribute to Ghost Rider.
Okay.
So it was sort of a throwback to the Lone Wolf.
But not really the Lone Wolf at the same time.
Yeah. And yet it was Braun that came out with the wolf's head.
Nice.
That costume looked horrendous, by the way.
Mantar, anyone?
Yeah, that's what I thought of. I thought Mantar when he came out with that.
I really need to do something to allow me just to work from home. And then I can just sit here, work on the computer, watch what I need to up there so that I can catch up on all of this pro wrestling.
Yeah, see, that's what I was doing when I was making the room for tonight's show. I had OVW show for him this past Thursday on YouTube. So
I tried watching a little bit while I was at work today of the AEW pay-per-view Wrestleverse that happened. I only got about an hour through it. And then started to get a little busy again with work, so I had to put it away.
Yep.
But it took me about 2.5 hours to watch the hour.
Right.
Speaking of OVW wrestling as well, I'd like to give a belated happy birthday to a Hollywood Haley J.
Yes.
I'm completely sold on her now.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm glad that more people are getting the opportunity to see some of these
Right.
up and coming wonderful stars like Hollywood,
Yes.
like
And
the Dream Girl.
our old friend Ryan Von Rocket.
Yeah. Right, the Sultan of the Sky as well, right? John Loco. Yeah.
Veteran Jack Vaughn.
Right?
He had a fantastic match with Jesse Goddard on this past week's episode of OVW.
And his opponent, who's he facing? What the F, David Blaine? Is it a jobber? Is it a local talent? What's going on? Who's he facing? Somebody. Anybody. Hey, Bueller.
Cut to the in-ring and let's see what's going on here.
Cedric Alexander. Sorry, I spoiled it.
That's okay.
Well, I saw it just as you said it. Well, at least Cedric's getting TV time.
Yeah.
I guess this is the positive from all them releases is now we're seeing guys we haven't seen on TV in a while get some TV time now.
Right.
I mean, last Friday we had Cameron Grimes on the TV. So
for
nice.
SmackDown, can we get Cameron Grimes versus Ashante the Adonis for an actual match so that Hit Row can actually do something?
Instead of getting beaten up like they did last Friday?
Oh, they were on TV last Friday?
Yeah, for like 5 seconds.
Oh, well, that's probably why I missed it.
Solo beat the piss out of Ashante. Threw him through a table or something.
Whoa. Cedric flew. There was one thing I could never master was jumping over the ropes like that.
Right?
I was scared of jumping over the ropes for a long time. It just my fear of heights can't come into play and looking down at the floor, you know?
Yep. For me, it was a fear of heights, and honestly, like, I've got poor balance. Like, I used to be terrified of the dentist's chair as a kid, so
yeah,
that's why I never tried to do dives, or I think I've only ever gone off the second turnbuckle twice in my in-ring time.
Yeah, me a 6'5" guy. Oh, OMD, you're about my height too, anyway. So
I'm 6 foot. So
yeah,
yep.
Ooh.
I'm actually surprised that Cedric's getting stuff in. I thought this was going to be a squash.
Right?
Yeah.
I said that, and now we're getting a squash.
Jeez. So we need to continue to allow him to have matches with bigger guys because this, I mean, while this was okay, this was good. I love seeing Cedric, love seeing the offense that came from him, but inevitably, you know what the result is going to be with this.
Yeah,
Maybe they'll pull something out and give us a surprise at some point, but I don't know.
Yep.
Did you see that? Did you guys see that?
I did. She looked familiar.
During the replay, I don't know who it was, but during the replay, they went to the crowd reaction,
Yeah.
which is something that is starting to slowly make its way back again, and I love it.
We used to get that a lot with Yokozuna.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe that was one Kelly Klein. But it's been a long time since we've seen her anywhere near a ring.
Yeah. Jeez. Sounds like I got the neighbors downstairs making a ruckus.
That moonsault, man. So beautifully done. Just as I said, this isn't a very Adam Pearce heavy show. It's already starting to feel a very Adam Pearce heavy show now.
Right? Got a point.
I didn't quite catch what he said there.
Adam had talked about, doing the right thing, and he said, I don't recall anybody doing the right thing, when I was being beaten down.
Wow, they're doing this early.
Is it early or is it just perfectly placed?
I was expecting, typically with the contract signings, you see them later on in the show. So that's kind of where I was expecting. I was not expecting a main event segment for this contract signing, but
right.
Maybe an hour from now, or
yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Like, I could see where you would say it would be early because we just seen Imperium in a tag match, so I kind of expect shenanigans in this contract signing, as there always is when there is a contract signing.
I'm actually not expecting shenanigans in this one because Imperium just had that tag match.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I thought if we were going to get it later on, there probably would have been shenanigans.
Yeah.
Jason, we're not sure. OMD thought that maybe it looked a little bit like Kelly Klein, which could very well be possible. But I think that it may just have actually been the genuine reaction of a fan, which I love. I love being able to see that from the crowd. So, but I'm not sure.
Right. And it was actually something that we saw last night at the end of what was one of the greatest technical wrestling matches we've ever seen, which saw a competitor hug an official because he found out the first time that this official ever saw him in a ring in their hometown was him announcing his retirement. And that, of course, being Bryan Danielson and Aubrey Edwards.
Oh,
Speaking of Aubrey, one of the few matches I actually did get to see last night, she reffed in. She wasn't as animated as she usually is.
No,
Did
she
she
wasn't.
did she say that she's retiring?
No, this was she was the girl in the crowd that was crying in Seattle when back at the time Daniel Bryan announced his retirement.
Oh, gotcha.
When
gotcha.
he had the concussion troubles.
Yes. He just crushed my hopes and dreams there. No, Aubrey has been getting better.
And I hate to say it, Remsburg did decent last night. He was not as stupid as he normally is.
I think that has a lot to do with, first off, Kittle there with that amazing Shawn Michaels shirt. I love that. I think I have that shirt, to be honest. Here's our Adam Pearce heaviness again. But I think the camera crew is doing a lot better when it comes to the Remsburg.
Right.
This should be good, though. Contract signing. Taz? Is it Daddy Taz?
It is. Well, no, it's not.
Oh.
But that's nice.
Still a great theme song.
It is.
Well, that any one of Taz's theme songs, they were all bangers in my opinion. Survive If I Let You is one of my most favorite themes. So
and now this one. Gunther's theme music. I absolutely adore.
Yep.
His original one that he was using before, loved it as well. But I think this one is great.
He is looking super dapper there.
Oh, so good is Gunther.
Yep.
I mean, Gunther just basically with his length of reign with the Intercontinental title, he has solidified himself as a certified Hall of Famer because of this.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And I loved watching Gunther back in WXW, or Walter, as he was known back then. That was where I first got introduced to him. To see where he's come from, amazing.
Right? From that short, chubby kid with dyed hair to this specimen.
Yeah.
And see, my first time watching him was he had a couple of matches in WCPW, and that's where I was sold on him.
Okay. Mm.
Gunther looking like, oh, okay, I'll look at you. Oh, it's next week. It's not at the PLE.
It is at the PLE. He said that when he walks out that curtain next week,
Oh, I thought
but
he
he
was
also
holding that championship.
He said when he comes to fight next Monday for it.
See, that promo was a little contradictory then.
Well, it doesn't say Fastlane on the contract. It actually says Raw.
You're right, JJ.
Yep, completely.
The intensity out of both of these guys right now, they're
Yep.
both on a different level, but still very, very effective.
Yep, absolutely.
So effective. Oh. 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 JJ was talking about words don't matter, but maybe right now the words in this contract do matter. What?
I mean, we don't have a main event match tonight.
What did I say earlier about this card right now being a PLE worthy?
Right?
Say no. Say no.
Please.
Oh.
Oh.
Son of a bitch. Holy shit.
And that just bunks off of what Mr. Tom Collaghy has been saying about how there's always a championship match on the house show, on the go home show before the pay-per-view.
Wow. Wow.
Oh.
Holy crap, guys.
So maybe this is where we see the shenanigans is going to be during the actual match, which is going to lead to maybe a couple of returns.
Maybe.
And
Are
then
you thinking Dexter and Johnny?
I am.
Even Indy could show up and give a hand somewhere.
Yep. But I could see it being, and I'm gonna go off script a little bit here, because you could see, you know, Johnny, Candice, and Dexter show up, but then Indy shows up and sides with Imperium.
Mm. Well, it seems as though Mammy is okay with JD McDonough.
Yeah, because he's like actually hanging out with them.
Okay. It's not like it's something we haven't seen before,
Right?
but I'm okay with it.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm fine with this.
While we do this intro, I'm going to head to the locker room if you want to flash the t-shirt graphic.
The locker room visit happens early tonight. We are getting our first OMD's locker room visit. That's right. Take a look down in the ticker below if you would like to get your own locker room visit t-shirt. You can check out the site carlcarafel.redbubble.com. That's right, carlcarafel.redbubble.com will get you your own OMD's locker room visit t-shirt, mug, cup, sticker, poster, hat, whatever it is that you want. It's available for you there. Wow, I can't believe we got that this early.
Yeah,
I didn't think
because
it was
usually
gonna be
he's
early.
about. Yeah, usually it's the main event that he's going.
Right? Maybe
So
he
I'm
had
going to
too much
assume that
water
Eric
today.
is still hurt. A little TMW.
I would figure so. Yeah, I would figure that's exactly what that means.
Yeah, because I'm kind of ready to see New Day take on Eric and Ivar in a tag match now.
Yeah.
Just to kind of spice this up a little more.
I'm sure this is going to fully culminate to that at some point. We're just going to have to sit back and have a little bit of patience.
I'm actually ready for Eric and Ivar to go after the tag titles too. So
Yeah, I think it's about time. Well, that was an interesting commercial.
which one? I missed it. I was reading something.
Something about some healthcare network. Healthcare should put you first, and they got a room full of doctors, and then they're like, "Oh, Dr. Patel,
Oh,
the
yeah.
patient will see you now." If only it worked that way.
Yeah. That's why when I'm hurt or sick, I dread having to go to the ER. And I literally, like, when I go to the ER, I make a day out of it. I take my phone, my iPad, my headphones,
Yep.
load up some movies on my phone so that I can watch movies without having to use my data.
Right? It's a stupid all-day event.
Yep. Bring some extra money in case I get hungry or thirsty while waiting to see a doctor. And try to be out before the last bus because I catch a bus to go everywhere.
Right?
So I've got to say, these last couple of weeks, I've actually been enjoying Wade Barrett on commentary.
I don't mind it at all. OMD, you're muted. I see your lips are moving.
Yes. Sorry, I forgot about that. No, I quite enjoy Wade Barrett. I have since he was doing commentary in NXT.
Definitely has done very well.
Yeah, and when I watch, speaking of NXT, I still can't find myself enjoying Booker as an announcer still.
Right?
I'm having a little bit of trouble still with him.
Right. I actually just saw a clip from Booker's Reality of Wrestling promotion involving him with referee Nick Patrick.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
Talk about referees who need to go in the Hall of Fame. Nick Patrick's one of them.
Yep.
And Booker right now is the heel owner, and so Nick Patrick just did the screw job, so whoever the champ is now is aligned with Booker and Nick.
Okay. See, again, history repeating itself.
Right?
When I think of Booker as a heel, though, I think of him in the Main Event Mafia and just how friggin' hilarious he was as a heel there.
Oh, right. Those were good times for TNA.
Right? When he tried to do the stereotypical accent from another country, and it was just flopped.
When he commentated himself beating up AJ Styles.
Yep.
And others.
Ivar given like a partial Bronco Buster going on there. That looked great.
So I find it funny.
I like how they had been.
in this match, you've got Kofi on commentary, but Valhalla is not around for this match in Ivar's corner, and Eric is still out with his injury. I'm
Right.
assuming.
Yeah, he is.
So I'm wondering where Valhalla is. Why she's not there to cause a distraction.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure she is out there.
No, she didn't even come to the ring.
I thought I saw her
No.
walk out with them.
I thought I saw that too. Holy crap. Oof.
Oh,
Right?
I was gonna say, I like how in these last couple of weeks we've seen Ivar wrestle, and I like how they're showcasing just how much of a monster he is.
Right?
I mean, that was definitely a huge monster move that happened. Yes, he missed it, but it was a monster move.
Yep.
And it shows to me, and I pray to God that it doesn't happen, but if they do split up Eric and Ivar can hold his own.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
They both can as singles competitors. As we both witnessed in Ring of Honor, and then they had their 5 matches against each other, which is what led to them forming a team.
Right.
Because it was 2-2
No, so
with
similar
a draw.
to similar to when Sheamus and
Claudio.
Claudio did it.
Oh, Chris, you've gone all robotic and like choppy on us there.
Yeah, I saw myself freeze up. I was saying it was similar to when Sheamus and Claudio did it, or I'm going to freeze up.
You did. You
Yeah.
keep doing it.
Okay, am I back now, or?
Seems to be. But every time
Yes.
you mention Sheamus's name, you're going choppy. I'd hate to see what happens with Ric Flair.
Yeah. And Ric Flair is my most favorite guy, so. But no, I was just comparing it to Sheamus and Claudio when they had their best of 5 or whatever, best of 7 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, still one of my most favorite tag teams that Sheamus has ever been a part of.
Yep.
And I would love it if Sheamus or Claudio went to back to WWE or to AEW. I would love it if they teamed up again.
Yep.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Well, we'll find out next year when all of those WWE contracts come up.
Well,
Soon
Drew is
enough.
one of the contracts that's supposed to go up, and he's already talking about his negotiations for next year.
Yep.
Where'd you hear such nonsense?
One Mr. Tom Collahue.
Well, then I believe it.
No, Drew's
Back
saying he's
in San
in his
Jose.
next contract deal, he wants more title matches. That's one of the things he's mentioned.
Yep.
Right.
Well, Drew's up. Sheamus is up.
I would say they're not going to let go of Sheamus, but they did let go of Dolph Ziggler and Edge, so it wouldn't surprise me now.
Not at all. And I mean, it could be up to what Sheamus wants.
Yeah.
What
What
did
the-
I just witness?
strength
Holy.
from Xavier Woods that I never thought he had.
That was insane.
I have never seen him do that.
Now OMD's catching it now.
How he didn't blow his knee out is beyond me on that too.
No idea.
Oh, it was just like a Doink versus King Kong Bundy that we saw here.
Oh yeah, when Doink tried to slam Bundy, but Bundy shifted his weight on him.
Yeah.
I told Bundy about that match. He's like, I don't remember, brother. I'm like, well, it did happen. He's like, well, I believe you if it did.
Yep.
Then again, like, you got to think, like, how many matches has Bundy wrestled, really? You know?
Yeah. Yeah, he's not going to remember one match from an insignificant house show.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
I'm hoping I get a little bit of an opportunity to talk with Bushwhacker Luke when I'm on the Jericho cruise and show him the intro video with him talking about being on Turnbuckle Talk.
I was going to say, when you go on that cruise, man, you got to lay down your angle so that we can get some interviews for Turnbuckle Talk going.
I definitely do. I did the one other time that I was on the cruise, I met Cody.
Yep.
Got to shake his hand, talk with him for a few minutes. And I said, listen, I'm a podcaster. I do interviews. I would love to be able to have a contact name. And he gave me one. And I reached out, and AEW never got back to me. I reached out several times, and AEW never got back to me, unfortunately.
Right.
You just reminded me, on the OVW show I watched today, they gave out an email to get information from how to get the wrestlers booked. So I'm wondering if we could use that as well.
That's possible.
Because then we can get Hollywood Haley J and Jesse Goddard and everybody, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And knowing your relation with Al Snow.
Yeah.
Just some things I've been spitballing in my head for us lately.
Yes. Oh, and by the way, a very happy birthday to Jesse Goddard's former tag team partner and tag team championship partner from Impact today, Mr. Robert Stone.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Robert Stone. Happy birthday to you.
Right. I was going to say, you don't have to sing that to me until Friday. So.
And several more.
Right.
Oh,
so
again,
because
we're getting... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, so because Roman's not going to be on the show for Payback, I'm calling it now, but Rollins and Nakamura are going to headline the show.
Oh, yeah.
We're getting more promos for these two and the continued feud. But we're seeing Shinsuke Nakamura still speaking in native tongue with the closed caption happening. And I think that that is the best move.
Right. I love it. I've had to deal with somebody who I work with who's a huge fan, fully a part of the IWC and an AEW SMARC.
Yeah, you've mentioned him before. How does he feel about Edge?
I haven't talked to him yet, so but he cannot get behind the Shinsuke on the Videotron doing these promos with closed captioning. He's like, this is just utter BS and it needs to stop. But I'm in agreement with you guys. I love this.
Now, have you shown him Shinsuke Nakamura trying to speak English? And I love Shin, but his English is not the greatest.
No, it's
and
not.
when he's trying to do a promo, he cannot convey that same emotion that he does. Have you shown him any of that?
No, I haven't, because he just wouldn't have it. It's for him, it's essentially AEW or nothing. Like where we're seeing this as a PLE on free TV tonight, I'll have to listen to it tomorrow that, oh, I just couldn't get into it. AEW is the superior brand.
Wow.
Yeah.
This worker you talk about reminds me of a guy I used to work with in the Army who swore up and down that HD DVDs were going to be the new wave of technology and Blu-ray wasn't. And I'm like, no, dude, I'm telling you, Blu-ray is the way of the future. And sure enough, about 2 months later, HD DVD production just completely shut down. And I'm like, I told you.
Yep.
I don't even think I own any HD DVDs anymore. I'm pretty sure I did at one point. But then I was one of those people that was burning my own discs.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me too. I went to a certain bay to get my movies.
Matey. Ah. They're still pushing these NFL championships.
I've seen a few of them in the crowd already.
Yeah. They're going to push them until probably February with the Super Bowl.
Well, it would be a good idea for them to get involved with it. Maybe have a Super Bowl commercial happen for this amalgamation of the companies, and even have a little partnership where they could be selling some of those at the Super Bowl.
Right.
And, each side profiting from it.
I can't help but wonder if the XFL was successful under Vince McMahon, if we would have seen the XFL championship belts instead, though.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I think we would have.
Absolutely. You probably wouldn't have a trophy. You'd have a championship title belt for the team.
And I would have bought myself an Orlando Rage one.
Now that Dwayne's XFL has that merger and partnership with the USFL.
Yep.
I've been watching the games on YouTube, but they're actually pretty good. So,
yeah. I've always been a fan of the XFL. I thought the concept was really good. I thought it was cool. And it was interesting to get something different, right? Like,
absolutely.
And for us up here in Canada,
we had different. In pro wrestling,
and for us here in Canada,
teams and groups and companies. I think it's good to have that little bit of like a competition, and you're going to talk a little bit about for us up here in Canada, but unfortunately, it really didn't seem like competition.
Yeah, for us up here in Canada, it made us have football year round.
Yep.
Right.
Because we'd go from the NFL to XFL to CFL back to NFL.
Yep.
And that's what Dwayne is looking to try to do with this merger or this partnership that's going to be happening with the USWF, or USFL, sorry, the USFL and the XFL, is to hopefully make a little bit of competition for the NFL. It's going to
Yes.
take time.
It's going to be
Definitely is going
different.
to, but
It's going to be different because the USFL, I know they play in the summer, so
They start right after the Super Bowl.
Barry.
yeah.
Barry is asking one belt for each person on the team or one big massive title that they have to come out in a huddle wearing.
Yep, they're going to carry that big old friggin' belt that they had at the New York Stock Exchange out on the field.
Yep.
Oh, he messed that up. It is welcome to my house, not welcome to my world.
Seth is not wearing anything over flashy. I mean, it's flashy, but still not over flashy.
Right. And as we wait the 45 minutes for Seth Rollins to get down to the ring, it's my time to refresh my Dr. Pepper.
Hashtag Dr. Pepper sponsor Carl.
Oh, by the way, Barry, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Thank you for popping in.
Yes, it's good to see you again, Barry. It's been a while.
It's good to see everyone who's coming to our chat tonight.
Absolutely.
A cold put over. Okay.
Oh, Michael
Little
Cole
heelish
calling
Cole.
us up a bit.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is a little interesting. I'm like different. It's a good question.
Perfectly logical question from Cole.
Yep. Yep, definitely it is. Wow. Button brother, good to see you. Yeah, Michael Cole playing a little bit of a heel role here tonight. Very nice to see.
Or maybe his investigative journalism is just coming out a little bit, because that's that's what he did before the WWE. So
very true. Okay, a good comparison.
except at the last man standing match, the match can end outside the ring, Seth.
Right. Okay. They panned away and we didn't get to really
We didn't get half of what he said.
Yeah.
But we got all of what he did.
Yep. Oh.
Wow.
Jeez.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Holy crap.
That whole promo was just amazing.
Wow.
And that visual at the end. Wow.
Yep. Brilliant.
The whole teasing of the 10 count as well. Perfect.
Master class in storytelling.
And I like how he used a simple maneuver like the backbreaker on the chair to sell his point, you know?
Right? Sold the point and solidified this whole back injury that we've been talking about for weeks on end now.
Right?
Wow. Good to see that Bex is there.
Well, like the injury said, she's not expected to miss any time, so
That was...
interesting.
I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it.
I mean, she stops and gives that stare down to Becky and then brushes her off to go talk to Tegan.
Yeah.
That to me says she still wants a shot at Becky.
Oh, she does.
Mhm. But the whole I'm proud of you and like I'm sorry, wrong foot, blah blah blah, all of that.
Yeah. No. I'm
That
not
sounds like
sold.
an Owen Hart kind of thing. That
Right?
sounds like something Owen would have said to Brett.
Yes. Haha.
As a matter of fact,
We'll
I think
have to
Owen
see
did
how
say
it
something
goes.
along those lines to Brett.
Probably.
Yes. And bro, Carl, just in case you didn't know, Ariana Grace is in the NXT Women's Breakout Tournament.
Okay.
Yeah, she is.
I didn't know.
She is returning from her injury.
Awesome. Good to hear.
Yes.
These promos tonight, a lot of them tonight, they have been fire. Like every one of them has been,
chef's kiss.
yeah, just passionate promos tonight. Like, oh my god,
Right?
Well, it all depends on which chef.
Gordon
Right.
Ramsay.
I don't know if I want Gordon Ramsay kissing me though.
Well, would you rather Gordon Ramsay? Okay, well, Kat Cora, she's a hot chef.
Okay.
Or that Italian chef on Food Network, Giada, I think her name is.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. I heard the whistle. The whistle goes.
Yeah.
I was looking at my phone. I heard the whistle, and I'm like, "Oh, yep, Old Spice."
I like how Trish Stratus is still in the promos for Raw, by the way.
Right?
Granted, this is a Sportsnet 360 commercial. They might have changed it for USA.
I don't know. I'm on Sportsnet tonight.
I will be on Sportsnet for a while because my TV service is off right now. My IPTV service ended, and I got other things I need to pay for right now. So
Right. Absolutely. Oh, I got to figure out. I mean, I've still got a couple of months because my current subscription for IPTV ends in January, but I am ordering my new bed this weekend.
Well, that reminds me, OMD, I still got to visit you about a box spring.
Yes, you do.
Oh, I was wondering if that was going to be it right there.
For some reason, I thought this was a tag team match because of the fact that Piper Niven was in the corner of where a tag team would stand,
Right? Oh.
And I thought she was running over to tag Piper in.
Yeah. I am intrigued by this match because it is a first time ever. And we're finally getting Tegan Nox on TV.
Right?
Something I've been itching for like the last years to see Tegan wrestle again.
Right?
Oh,
Good sell job by Tegan because you could clearly see that kick completely miss.
Yeah, you did, unfortunately. Okay.
okay. I mean, I could get behind this. I wouldn't mind seeing Natty and Piper go at it.
Me either. I think it would be great. Interesting.
Maybe this is a build to the the women's tag belt for Natty and Tegan.
Could very well be.
But yet we still don't see Alba Fire or Isla Dawn on TV and getting their shot.
I was just gonna say, OMD, we need established tag teams and not throwing together tag teams going after the belt. But at the same time, how many established women's tag teams are there really?
Alba Fire and Isla Dawn.
That's it.
KC squared.
That's it. Really.
Yep.
Maybe Thea Hale and JC Jane down in NXT. Maybe.
Yep.
Screw it. Bring back the Funkadactyls.
You could, but Ariane is starting her own promotion.
Yeah, no, I note sarcasm.
Bring back the Iconics, man.
Yes.
I mean, they got the show in Perth in February coming up, so.
Right.
Yep. Cassie Lee getting set to step back in the ring this coming Friday in Australia.
That's right.
But yes, it would be great to have an iconic return at the Elimination Chamber.
Oh, yeah.
Although, depending on, because I can't remember when Billie Kay is due with her child.
Oh, that's right.
I don't know. It's not mine, so I have no idea.
Right?
I forgot she was pregnant, actually. Hell, think outside the box. Bring from OVW the Bad Girls Club in.
Yeah. Bring from Impact. Bring in Kylan King and
Taylor Wilde.
Yes, Taylor.
The Coven.
I just love anything Taylor Wilde does.
Me too. I always have. And she's Canadian, lives in Southern Ontario.
Yes, she does.
Yeah, she does. I think that's the one thing I can appreciate about Impact is that they are a Canadian-owned company, and it does seem like there's a lot of Canadian on the show, you know?
Yeah.
There is. And yes, they keep their home base in Nashville, but they seem to be essentially now based out of Toronto and then Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, even going back a couple of years when they would do a 6-week stint in about every city. So you'd get Mexico for 6 weeks, even if they wrapped up tapings 2 months earlier.
Yeah, they definitely kept those roots from the NWA TNA days with
Yes.
Nashville, which I think is great. I love that idea.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. When I went back and watched the Bound for Glory like clips on Impact's web's YouTube page, I did mark out a little bit when Dixie Carter came out.
Right. As much as people want to say they didn't, they all loved Dixie.
Yep.
Her decisions,
And-
her business decisions were a bit questionable, though.
But for all of those AEW fans out there, if it weren't for Dixie,
You wouldn't have AEW.
I don't know about that, but it's possible.
But it actually did surprise me that Impact didn't bring Jeff Jarrett out for the Bound for Glory show, you know, considering he founded the company.
Right.
Back for the 1000th episode. What is going to be a fantastic match at Bound for Glory is Speedball Mike Bailey versus Will Ospreay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was I saying Bound for Glory? I meant the 1000th episode.
Yes.
It's only because Bound for Glory is on my mind, and I do tune in to Impact to watch Bound for Glory. So,
Yeah. And you know what? I missed the Bound for Glory series.
it's part of the reason why I was thinking about getting an IPTV so that I can watch more Impact other than what I can watch on Pluto. So,
Right.
Yeah, Pluto's unfortunately like 6 years old, 7 years old, sometimes further back.
yeah, depending on what they want to show on the Impact channel there.
Okay. All right, good for him.
Well, so much for this being a Miz TV segment, though.
Well, he was saying he won't do it. He would not do it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, too.
Oh.
Well, Miz is going to be pissed off that he didn't get his Miz TV.
Back to this again. Huh. He's not wrong.
No, he's
With that entire piece.
and they're doing it again.
Hmm. Huh.
Oh, bringing that back now, are we?
Apparently. Clearly, he's not dressed for it.
He's wrestled though in his dress pants.
Yep.
And then sing a minute. What the
Yeah, Drew just revealed he's in his gear.
right? Hmm.
Oh yeah.
Soon as he threw his sunglasses, I knew it.
As soon as I saw Drew position himself in the middle of the ring, I knew.
Loud thuds going on there on Miz's back.
Oh yeah. I can feel those hits. So do we get this match next, or do we see them at the PLE? Or even on next week's Raw?
I'm thinking next week's Raw.
Yeah, I can't see it being this week. I don't want it to be this week. I think we already have enough for this week. It was a good little setup for these two to have a matchup. I think it went about 3 minutes too long.
Yeah.
The
What I did
juvenility of the Miz, though, with that whole like, I don't shut up, I grow up, and when I look at them,
that sounded like a kindergarten argument.
Yeah.
But what I did like about that promo was it felt like Drew was setting up his next few feuds, you know, calling out Jay, calling out Cody as well.
Right.
Yep. The thing I like about this is Drew is now looking to go anti-hero, so not necessarily face, not necessarily heel. So you
Doing
can
things
set
when
him
he
up.
wants, where he feels he needs to inject himself.
Yeah.
So he's not the Batman or the Two-Face then. He's the Deadpool of the WWE.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Scottish Deadpool.
Regardless, I think I like this road that they're putting Drew on.
I do.
I wouldn't mind him and Cody. That's a fresh match right there.
Oh, yeah.
It is. And I mean, then you can revisit their history from a decade ago.
True. Very, very interesting. Very cool developments. I think I'm almost done though with Drew and the Miz.
Yep.
Yeah, I think this is just a quick little thing for Drew to do until we move on to Jay and Cody, I'm going to assume.
Yep.
But I feel like the whole Drew or Cody, Jay, and Judgment Day ends at Survivor Series, and we're still a bit of a ways from that. So,
Right.
still haven't seen Sammy or KO tonight, though.
No, we
Not
haven't.
at all.
Now, if we go back to that segment with the Judgment Day and JD McDonough, did they set up a tag match for tonight with JD and Dom against Cody and Jay?
But right now, I don't know. But right now, we are getting what I said was going to happen.
We are. Which
And
I
don't get
don't
me
think
wrong,
needed to happen.
I'm actually glad that we're getting Miz doing something other than Miz TV. But
Right, of course. But did we need to make this a matchup while he's in a suit?
No, we did not. We saw enough of that when they did it to him both nights at WrestleMania. And they do it to him every month and a half or so on Raw.
No reason why we couldn't have set this up for next week.
or no reason that we could have had this segment earlier in the night for this match to happen now, so that Miz could get into his gear.
Right. That could have happened as well. You're right. You're right.
You could have placed that segment, I don't know, during a contract signing.
Yeah, it's a possibility too.
And
I
maybe
like
had
that
both
concept.
maybe had both guys for the contract signing come out in their gear if you were setting that match up for tonight.
But I do like we are getting this mean, I don't give a fuck, I'm gonna kick your ass Drew again.
Yeah.
Because that's the Drew that got him to the world title.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the nice double knees.
This is doing a little bit of old school heel tactics here.
Yep. I like it.
Kind of like that.
Really harkens back to the time when, we were young watching. It's 100%, right? And it's great.
Okay. I see why you did that.
Oh.
Again, hearkening to the old days when the heel would fail in trying to cheat, but the good guy but the baby face would cheat to get the win.
Right? Wow.
And that's actually a spot we have not seen in a long time, the exposed turnbuckle spot.
Right?
I think during that replay, they really should have shown him ripping that turnbuckle pad off. You saw the Miz was kind of struggling with it a little bit, but Drew was able to go over there and just rip it right off, really showing that intensity.
Yep.
Yeah. What?
Okay.
Was he trying to be sarcastic in that promo?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I just didn't catch his facial after he threw the mic down.
Definitely was like a sarcastic.
Like an eye roll kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good for Trick. Congratulations. We'll see what happens tomorrow.
Yeah.
When he has to defend against Dawn again. I could always use more Jackie Redmond on my screen.
Wow.
The inclusion of the NXT roster and championships on the main roster, I think, has done a lot of good for NXT and for getting more people to watch NXT. So good for them.
Absolutely.
So now we've got JD walking in with them now. So this to me is starting to solidify that now he is a full-fledged member of Judgment Day.
It definitely is looking more and more like that.
That all depends, I think, on what Finn has to say next week. And I know Finn's been wanting him in.
Right. There we go. IC Championship being the main event of the evening. A little bit of other stuff to happen just before that.
Probably about one more match, I'd have to assume. We're about 20 after 10 right now.
Right.
Yep. I wonder, because you've had Jade Cargill signed. We had Adam debut last night in AEW.
Yep.
I'm wondering if maybe there's a certain draw tonight that gets signed.
I don't know. Where would the inclusion of that be, though?
It would have to be in the main event, because I do believe that he and Ciampa did fight on the Indies. But I do see him staying with Impact, but who knows?
Right.
I didn't catch the name OMD. I wasn't really listening.
Sami Callihan,
Oh,
the draw.
I mean, that all depends on what his the outro to his Impact contract would say. Like, do they have a 90-day no compete as well, or?
I don't believe so.
I don't know. I can't answer that.
We've never been signed by Impact, so
Right?
you were close.
Yeah, I had my little moment. I was close.
Yep.
And a certain Diego will tell us how close he was to a few times.
Right.
Yep.
I can't tell you how one weekend, or just all that weekend leading up to the show, how often he told me, "Oh, I did training with D'Lo Brown." I'm like, dude, you told me about 17 times now.
Yep. So did Vinny.
Yeah, Vinny only told me twice though that weekend.
Yep. But one member of their class made it, and that was Crazy Steve.
Yep. Yep. Sure did. Who is still there to this day.
Yes, he is.
Finally has himself a title match.
Yes. A man who is legally blind getting an opportunity at an Impact Championship.
Right? But it's the same with Anthony Ogogo from AEW, although we haven't seen him in 2 years.
Yeah.
I completely forgot he was even on the AEW roster.
Yeah, I believe he just does like the pre-shows now. Or the pre-shows.
Right, Chris? Interesting.
Yeah, I don't get it. I thought we would have had at least another match or something.
Something, Cody Rhodes.
Do it all again, they off their feet. I love this song.
So he was in gear to start the show, and now he's in a suit.
Right. That was a good angle.
I like how once again they're using the Mean Gene spot for this interview.
Yeah.
And it's not the WWF Mean Gene spot, it's the WCW Mean Gene spot they're using.
Yep. Very short, bold statements.
Just needed, that's all he needed. Just that 30 seconds to say, the state lay his claim at gaining the tag titles.
Did he just say Jey Uso was going to be on SmackDown as well?
Yes. Yes, he did.
So that means you're going to see a Jay versus Jimmy interaction.
Very possible.
Okay, so I'm already, for the Io Sky match, I'm already saying Charlotte's not winning it because I don't want her to win.
Charlotte will not win. Charlotte will not win. Charlotte will not win. I put it
Io
out to
is
the
retaining.
universe. Charlotte will not win.
I want Io to keep the belt just a little bit longer. But this card actually looks pretty damn good for as little time as they had to put it together.
Right? And to see LA Knight tagging up with Ernest.
Right? The only thing they need is Grayson Waller in their corner for the Grayson Waller rub.
Yep.
I told my sister the other day if they do an Ernest biopic, they need to cast John Cena.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Wow, they're giving this match some time. It's 25 after 10.
Good.
Yeah, we're going to get, we're going to get walkouts, and we're going to get commercial, and then we're going to start the match.
But still, around then, that would put it at about 25 minutes, give or take.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but given this amount of time, and you've got Imperium all at ringside, this is where I'm going to see shenanigans and quite possibly that reunion I suggested earlier.
It is very possible.
I mean, this has been a very quiet Raw, a decent Raw, but quiet. So I kind of expect a big bang finish because that's what the Nia Jax episode was. That was
true.
a quiet version of Raw, and then suddenly that happened. But I do expect one fantastic match out of these two.
Yep.
Okay, this McDonald's commercial just came on, and I was kind of zoned a little bit. And when it started, all I heard was moo, 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 and all I could think of was Batman on drugs.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
You're talking about that old Adam West Batman meme that went around a few years ago, eh?
Yep.
Speaking of those shows, anytime I can find them online, I'm watching an episode still. I just love the campy wackiness that show had.
Oh yeah.
And for most of us, that was our first introduction to Batman before Michael Keaton did it.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh goodness.
What's up?
I just had to listen to it quick for a moment.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing too. I noticed when Trick won the NXT North American title, I'm like, yeah, Carmelo's losing tonight.
Losing either way. I was disappointed in the fact that they couldn't go out there for one night with both of them having titles.
Right.
And doing the Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit hug at the end kind of deal.
Right?
Polar Nights, thank you so much. I love that. As a barber, love this show. It is the perfect evolution of beard growth. I love it. There you go.
Well, I mean, mine
I've
goes
been
down
working
almost
on
like
mine
ZZ
for a
Top.
while. Oh, I ain't no ZZ Top yet.
Well, if I gelled mine out, actually, I could probably make it Jim the Anvil Neidhart, actually.
Yeah, you probably could. That I can definitely see. Yes.
Okay, so they did move that NXT Women's title match to next week. Next week as well. We're getting another Viking Rules match. We just had one.
Right? I didn't
And I'm
mind
not
that graphic, though.
I'm not complaining, though, because the Viking Rules match last time was very fun.
Right.
Oh, yes.
Raquel Rodriguez and Nia Jax. I'm down.
I will give it a shot.
Well, here comes Taz again.
Polar Nights, you say you're a barber. Where are you from? How'd you find us? We're here. We're just some guys that like watching professional wrestling, and we're watching Monday Night Raw every Monday night. And there's even some beautiful beards in the world of professional wrestling as well, like the one inside the ring right now on Tomasso Ciampa. I wish mine looked as nice as that. Son of a bitch. You know what we didn't get to hear tonight?
What's that?
Chelsea Green.
But we did. Chelsea Green had a match earlier.
She had a match. But did we get to
But she
hear her
didn't
being
win.
announced?
Yeah, she didn't win, so
I don't even think that she got her announcement on television.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch the show again just for that. Just because I want to see Tegan Nox again, so I might have a little crush on her. I don't know yet.
Well, you better figure it out quick.
Yeah, before her girlfriend marries her.
Babyface Gunther taking on the gloriously bearded Tommaso Ciampa in our main event. 25 minutes still left in the show. This should be a classic.
Yes.
I love that camera shot they just did. The low angle in between the ropes in the ring. Reminds me of sitting in the corner, like Raven used to in the corner when I'd watch like learning how to take back bumps or something, you know?
Yeah. They've been doing so many good things with production as of late that it's really hearkening back to the times when we grew up and just really giving us something good to reminisce over.
Right.
I think this is also Kevin Dunn not exactly having a leash on him as far as Vince McMahon goes.
Right.
I mean, Kevin Dunn was a yes man to Vince, but I'm pretty sure that's changed by about now.
Right.
Yeah. And Triple H's go-to guy is Jeremy Porash. So,
yeah.
Oh, okay, that's true.
So, I mean, if you've
And
got
if there's
Dunn
one guy who
and
knows
Porash,
production, it's Porash.
exactly.
Okay, they went back to that stupid scene shift that I hate. Gunther's chest already red. In
Gunther showing a bit of frustration here.
And we've gone to a commercial already. We're 2 minutes into this matchup.
Yep.
That's terrible production.
That it is.
Two minutes into the match and we got commercial. That's pathetic.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh,
but I did like at the start of that match, I liked seeing the desperation that Tommaso Ciampa had, because you can tell he really wants that title. And you see the frustration on Gunther because he can't figure out Ciampa right now.
You 100% you did. It was a great way to start the matchup. It has been a good technical matchup happening right now, which
Yeah.
I enjoy. Since we're in commercial break and we're getting up there on the 3-hour mark, I want to let everybody know that if you're starting to feel a little bit tired, we got the solution for you when it comes to that. Check out our friends at rogueenergy.com. They will give you amazing energy drinks that are available for you. Get yourself a shaker cup and some samples from the company. Test out some different flavors that you think you would like, and then make your big purchase with those different flavors that you enjoyed. Sugar-free, vegan-friendly, no GMOs included in this product. You can find it all at rogueenergy.com. And as a special treat for being somebody who listens to this program or any program that happens here with our local establishment, use the promo code OLEPODS and get yourself 10% off your order every time that you make a purchase at rogueenergy.com.
I'm definitely going to have to make my order on the 5th. I still got my items sitting in the cart there. That's the beauty about Rogue Energy is no crash. It's a slow come down from when the energy starts to fade on it.
Ooh, that chop.
I do not blame Tommaso Ciampa for getting knocked down from that chop. And the look on his face like, holy fuck, man, you know?
Right. Wow.
Yeah, Gunther's already starting to bruise up on the chest there.
Yeah.
The one thing I miss about Ciampa is the Sicilian psychopath type character that he had in Ring of Honor.
Okay. I can get behind that.
Because if you could bring that part back out, can you imagine him and Drew as a psychopathic team?
I mean, that's the whole reason why I fell in love with Tommaso Ciampa anyways.
Right?
When I heard he was coming to WWE, I was just so jacked about it, you know? And there were a lot of guys who were like, who is this guy? Who is Tommaso Ciampa? And I had to explain and show some of his best matches from ROH to these people, you know?
Right? Including the one against our friend Rip Impact.
Yes. I miss Rip. It's been a while since I've seen him. It's been a total mat game here that has been fantastic.
Watching Gunther do these headlocks and then drill the knee in, I'm reminded of how Dino Bravo used to do that a lot. We got the Fireflies in the crowd tent right now.
Yes, we do.
trying to figure out why. I mean, it's a very cool aesthetic looking, seeing the crowd with all of that, but
Right.
why?
And why the red glow over that section of crowd?
That's always been like that, though.
Again, back down to the mat, having another mat game type of matchup going on here. Lots of submissions going back and forth between the two. A little ground and pound happening here too. Jeez.
Yep.
Yeah, and the only physicality we've seen is like them chopping each other to go back to the ground.
Right.
Ooh.
And I'm sorry,
like
guys,
that.
I just noticed this. Ludwig and Vinny, or Giovanni Vinci, are not at ringside. They came out for the introduction.
But
I
who's to
noticed
say
that
they
as
don't
well.
show up later on?
Right.
Wow. Back into another commercial break. 10 minutes into this matchup, and we've had 2 commercial breaks already. I get that we need commercial breaks. Sometimes there's a time and a place.
Yep.
But some people pay more for commercial breaks during the large portions of the night. So this being the main event, I get it, right? You can make a little bit more money from the commercials because of that.
Yep.
Yeah, and I know that there's like a certain allotment, I guess you can say, for commercial breaks. And it could be right now that WWE just hasn't met that quota, I suppose.
It's very, very possible. For something as big as this matchup, though, I think that they should have maybe done like a we've exhausted all of the commercial breaks so that we could bring you commercial free this matchup. I would have enjoyed that. Instead, we get to have a little bit of dead time. Which sometimes isn't too bad, especially, I worked a 12-hour shift. I got to work another one early in the morning. So sometimes it's nice just to not be talking.
Yeah. No, I don't think I have a busy day tomorrow, but who knows?
I know I don't have a busy day tomorrow, so I'll be working. I'll build the room for TBT tomorrow, so.
Apparently, according to Sportsnet, there's nothing like October baseball.
So why does it end in November?
I don't know.
Well, the playoffs run all through October, so for the most part.
Yep. And then they end in November.
LA Knight.
Fucking, I love him nowadays, you know?
Yep.
I do think he is going to be the future face of the WWE.
Oh, I mean, I've loved LA Knight, Eli Drake since his Impact days.
Yeah, me too.
See, that's the funny thing is I liked him too in his Impact days, but he was very polarizing for a lot of people as well.
He was. That's true, Parrish.
Yeah, it
But
is.
I'm not a Jays fan.
I am. I sounded so disappointed when he said that.
Whoa. Yeah, Gunther, dude.
And I'm not gonna lie, a few years back when they eliminated the Texas Rangers in the first round with the Jose Bautista bat flip, I did play in the parade. I'm just not gonna say anything to that.
9 BJs are better than 1 Yank, eh, Parrish?
Oh, holy crap.
The reaction from Wade Barrett there was priceless, by the way.
This is going to be a matchup that independent promotions are going to be showing their students in years to come.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh. That was very close.
Is Ciampa wearing a wedding ring while he wrestled this match?
Could be.
I thought wearing rings while you wrestle is kind of dangerous.
Can be.
I've been taught that. So
yeah, it definitely can be.
I mean, I've been taught even wrestling with my earrings could be problematic at some time too.
Oh, yeah, like they could be ripped right out of your face, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Talk to one Sergeant Commando about that.
I was at the show when it happened to him.
Yep.
It was my grandmother that told him to go to the hospital.
Which I'm glad he did.
Yeah. Because that happened to him, I believe, at the show in Iron Bridge, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
Under He Who Shall Not Be Named.
Oh.
And then it happened again recently too, I believe.
Yeah, that's the one that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, I was talking about where he took on Josh Meisner.
Oh no,
his ear blew up because he didn't take his earrings out.
Oh no, like he literally like got his ear ripped. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was with Chris Masters here.
No,
And
it
I'm
was
pretty
before,
sure it was
it was
before Chris
before.
Masters.
Yeah. And then
it was
he was just like,
James Storm.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that was. Yeah, that's the show I'm pissed off I missed because I wanted to meet James Storm.
And I think it happened in Elliott Lake.
Yeah.
Basser, I love you, brother. Thank you so much for coming in. I did see the comment there.
Good to see you, Basser.
You know what had happened in the match against Jim Meisner was he got smucked right on the ear. Earring came ripped off. It was a hardcore match, and it just ballooned right out.
Yep.
And it was right before intermission too. And we came out to have a cigarette. And my grandmother came out with us because she knows the wrestler. OMB, you know my grandmother. So
Yep.
anyways, she came out to have a cigarette with all the boys, which was fucking cool. And there's Robin standing there holding his ear, and she's like, "Here, move your hand, dude, Robin." And she looked, and she's like, "You need to go to the hospital, like now." Robin's like, "I got another thing to do later tonight." "No, you're going to the hospital now."
Yep.
Yeah, I agree with the crowd right now. The crowd chanting, "This is awesome."
Yep.
Oh my God. Again.
He's
in the middle
really
of the
trying to
ring
get
this
that,
time.
he's really trying to get that. This is.
Holy shit. Gunther's close. He's gonna get that leg
He's
up
gonna
there.
he's gonna use his he's gonna use his feet. Oh, he's farther than I thought, actually. There it is. See, if I'm Tommaso Ciampa, I'd turn around and get right back on him, you know?
Yep.
Exactly. Let us know with a like, subscription, and ring our notification bell to alert yourself when OLE is offering you a stool, guys.
Wow. Gunther's chest is going to be cut open by the time this is done. Eee. Oh.
Gunther already
So is
has the cut on his
Ciampa's.
back.
Whoa. Okay. My
I thought he was going for the camel clutch.
I thought he was going for it too. Wow.
We busted open on the nose, too.
Michael Cole just stole the words right out of my mouth. Yes.
What a classic.
This is why they call the Intercontinental title the Workers' Championship.
Yep.
Oh, those power bombs. And then the pickup to doing it once again. Jeez.
Yeah,
1000% agree
Parrish.
with you, Parrish, on this one.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we've got the shenanigans that you called out post-match, though, OMD. But Gunther walking away.
Well, this is rather pointless for these shenanigans.
Or is it?
There you go, Parrish.
Here's Johnny.
Oh, what a great way to end out this show tonight.
Yep.
Been a long
Oh,
time since I smiled at the end of a Raw. But to see Johnny back again, because I love Johnny Gargano.
Yep.
It's kind of hoping for Dexter, but I'm fine without Dexter. I'm fine that if they keep them off or keep them off to build the stable, as it were.
Yeah.
right. Oh, goodness.
But typically that
Absolutely
means if Johnny's back, Dexter's going to be somewhere not far behind anyways.
Yeah.
Right.
Unless they're going to try and sort of not do the way or all of that right now. And let's just let it be DIY.
I think next week too, we get now Vinci and Kaiser asking, where the hell were you when we needed you? You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I think we probably definitely could. Oh. Again, okay, Chris, you had said earlier, especially the Nia Jax night, right? Like things seem to have been kind of just running a little bit slower when it comes to Monday Night Raw. Not terrible, not bad, but just a little slower. But then hitting it out of the park with the end. Got here once again tonight. I am happy.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was a decent show. Not exactly the best, but the ending just home run. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, Carl, you called it PLE worthy early on, and for the most part, absolutely. Other
A lot of the
than
matches on the card do feel like they could have been on a PLE.
absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. That's how it felt. It really felt like a PLE type of night. It definitely did. Yeah.
Not a hell of a lot of backstage segments, and I was all right with that.
Right.
With the exception of like how heavy it felt like it was with Pierce during that first hour and a half.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Oh, absolutely fantastic. And thank you to all of those that did come over and watch us on Twitch. I know that Twitch has now gone over to get the tables. So enjoy it over there. Thank you to everybody for being with us on the YouTube side of things as well. We appreciate that. And as always, if you can, make sure that you just hit that thumbs up button. It would be greatly appreciated because that definitely helps out both of these channels. Yeah, like it says right there, like, hit the subscription, ring that notification bell to alert yourself when OLE or even Turnbuckle Studios has something new for you. So,
And there's always something going on OLE on a near daily basis.
oh yeah,
Yes. And Turnbuckle Studios saying we like our bell rung too.
we definitely do. We definitely do. Chris Best, where can people find you?
Well, you can find me here every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, doing the Raw Watch alongside these two gentlemen here, and sometimes Parrish, but right now Parrish is on hiatus. Tuesday nights, 8:05 Eastern, you can catch me, Carl, and possibly OMD on occasion as well, doing the Turnbuckle Talk. You can catch me at chris.best83 on facebook.com, tiktok.com, cbrs.entertainment. Catch me on YouTube at chrisdamage83. You can also catch me on Twitch TV, CBRS_entertainment, and on threads.net at cbestfilms83.
OMD.
Well, the people can find me on Facebook, Daniel Horisic, on Snapchat, One Man Dynamic, capitals on OM&D, and on Twitch, OMD17. As Chris Best alluded to, you can catch me right here every Monday with these two fine gentlemen, Carl Carafel and Chris Best himself, as well as occasionally on Tuesday nights for Turnbuckle Talk. No, Parrish, you can't catch me outside. And on Thursdays, I have the Boar's Nest on OLE and on Turnbuckle Studios with my co-host Bubba Duke, where we do gaming and streaming. We had a hiatus this past week, so...
And for myself, the easiest place for you to find everything happening with me and Turnbuckle Studios, check out my link tree, linktr.ee/Carl Carafel. That is linktr.ee/KARL There's a plethora of different options there for you to choose from: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, as well as, if you feel so inclined and are happy with the programming and want to contribute, you can contribute using the PayPal link that is there as well. That does kind of give us a little bit of an extra boost, and it all goes back into the programs. I was able to purchase myself a couple of really good studio lights for the studio here inside the Wrestle House with Turnbuckle Studios. So for those that have donated, I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. It all goes back into bringing you the best programming that we can, from making sure our microphones are good, making sure the webcams are good, making sure the lighting is where it needs to be as well. And a big thank you to our local establishment for allowing us to host this on the Our Local Establishment's StreamYard. Very much so appreciate that as well. Justin, thank you so much. I hope you come back next week and join us and involve yourself. Get inside that chat. We would absolutely love it if you do. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow night at 8:05 with us as we bring you Turnbuckle Talk. Thank you so much, Justin. You're a great help, great fan. Absolutely love it. Unlike AJ Francis, we like to hold on to our top dollars. Right. Not only do we hold on to them, but we make sure that we're putting it back into the programming, because that's where you guys are coming for us. You're coming to see these programs that are here, whether it is Busting Out, the Raw Watch Along, Turnbuckle Talk. We've got Taking Over. We have got Ring Respects Radio. We got MLW stuff that's going on. We got the Boar's Nest. We have got Ed and Astrid on Tuesdays. Make sure that you're checking them out as well at about 10 Eastern time. Paramindful drops every once in a while as well. Plus, we got some more things coming to you soon. We've got the return of Beats and Beatdowns coming to you guys very, very soon at another episode of Got the Pod Life very soon as well.
When's that next episode? Because I'm looking forward to that.
It's coming out soon. We just recorded it, so we're going to do the post-production and get that out. And don't miss this Sunday when Chris Parrish will be making a small return to the screen with the one and only Mr. Tom Collahue this Sunday for Busting Out. That is not going to be a show that you want to miss. You will have to get involved with that as much as you possibly can. For Chris Best, for OMD, and for myself, Carl Carafel, this has been Monday Night Raw Watch Along. We'll see you guys tomorrow and throughout all of our local establishment. But if you're unable to, make sure that you're at least back here with us next Monday. Until then, see ya.
Always thought of my own direction. No one can pull me out. I've always felt different from the others. I'm running away now.